Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So, in the last video, we have seen how we are working with Git and GitHub, and I have explained to you the entire architecture of Git. We have some Git servers, like you can see in this, okay? And there is a remote repository which you have in the Git, and in that we have a master branch. And from the master branch, we create some feature branches, okay? And we also have a local repository and working directory on our PC. And whenever we want to push the code, we push the code from working directory to local repository, and from local repository we push to this feature branch. Once my code is into the feature branch, we generate a pull request to some senior or a lead, and then lead can review that pull request, which is called PR, and merge the request into a master. Okay, and this strategy, like generating a pull request and how they merge into a master or some other branch, and then other branch get merged into a master, entirely depend upon your company strategy. Because mostly I have seen that whatever strategy developers do for their project, the same strategies follow in the automation side also. Okay, so this is the architecture which I have shown you. Now let's go through the Eclipse, and let me show you how do we do this practically. All right, so right now you see there's a blank project, so I will create a project from scratch and show you that how this can be done. All right, and for this video I will say that there are two parts. In the first part I will let you know how to do the merge and how to commit your code through command prompt, and in the second part I will tell you how to do the same thing through some plugin in Eclipse. Okay, but it is very important that we learn on the command from the command prompt, because practically I have seen sometime these plugin which is available on Eclipse, sometimes they don't work for some reasons. Okay, it can be an issue with the plugin, or it can be some other issues which we face from time to time on Eclipse, especially the plugin. Okay, so it's always better that you know all the command from the command prompt, and then it will always help you whenever you're stuck into Eclipse or stuck into plugin. Okay, all right, so let's create a new project. I'm clicking on file here. Okay, new. So I'm creating a maven project. So in one of the video we have seen how to create the maven project. I'm just creating again, so you have to bear with me because sometime it's get freeze. So I'm creating a simple project here and clicking on next. So as you know that for Maven project I need to give a group ID, so I am giving group ID, and here I am giving my project name. Okay, and I am clicking on finish. All right, so it will create a blank project for me, which is a Maven project. You will see a POM file in that. All right, now what we have to do, I will create some class. Okay, so wait, it's getting refreshed because still it's building the workspace. All right, now before we go ahead, I just need to check if my build path is correct or not of Java. All right, so I will do a right click on it, go to properties, Java build path, and this is very important whenever you create a new project. Okay, so my build path is not correct. It's showing 1.5, but it should be 1.8. So what I will do, I will add another library of 1.8, and I will go to GI system library, next, and from here I will select my, okay, because to I need to click on JDK, but there's no option here, right? So I will go to this and I will click on the add button. Okay, so these are the steps I have already explained in one of the videos, so I'm not going through them in detail. I'm just just adding the JDK library. All right, this PC, because my main concentration is not to set up JDK in this video, but to show you how the Git works. So that's why I'm just doing it bit fast. Okay, so in C I have program files. Okay, and in that I have Java, then JDK. Okay, so here I will select JDK in the directory, and I will just click on finish, and I will remove this JRE, move, put a JDK here, click on apply, apply and close. All right, see it's selected now. So I want this JDK, and before it was JRE, right? So I have selected JDK, and now I will click on finish. All right, I will remove this 1.5 because that's an older one. I don't want it. So it is removed. I have to check my compiler also. If my compiler, okay, so see here also it's not correct, right? So first I will see here it is 1.8, so that is okay. And here also I will select 1.8. All right, apply and apply and close. All right. Now what I will do, I will go ahead and I will create a class file. So under resources, I will do a right click, new, and a package. You know that I have to give a package for all my classes, so I will say as my pack. Okay, I will click on finish. Uh-huh. Is it? Wait, huh? I think I did something wrong. Let me just create again. Okay, let me just create again. New package, my package, finish. All right. And under my package I will say new. Let me create again one more time. My project package. Okay, finish. All right. Yeah, so before I was creating under resource, but I want to create under the test Java file. Okay, so in that I will say new, and then I will create a class. All right, so I can create any class. I can create a JUnit class or a testng. Okay, so this time I'm using testng. All right, so in this I will give as my class 1 and finish. Okay, and you know that for testng I have to give some dependencies on my POM file so that it can download the jars of POM file in the POM file, because if I don't give a dependency in the POM file, so it will not download the jar of testng, then it will not able to recognize testng into my program. Okay, so for that I will just open this POM file. Okay, and here pom.xml. All right, and I already have one file, so I will just copy from there. Okay, so I will give a dependency. If you want, you can even copy the dependency from Google. You can just type there dependency for testng. You will get from there. Okay, so I am copying all the dependency. It include testng and other things also. I believe testng. Okay, and till project I will copy everything. Okay, so here. All right, so I have given the dependency for testng, and there are some other dependency also, but that are already explained in one of the video for testng. So you can get a better idea if you look into that videos. All right, so I'm just saving it, and as soon as I save it, you will see it's trying to download the testng and the other dependency, right? Okay, now we will go to my class 1. All right, and under here I will give @test, and I can give my method as public void method 1. All right, and that's it. I will import. Okay, it says import test from test.ng, so that is correct. And here I will give system dot out and dot println, and I will give inside method 1. Okay, so that's it. I'm giving one sample test case, so I'm just printing inside method 1, nothing else. Okay, now what I will do, I will just copy this. Okay, and here it will be my class 2, and my class 2 I will give the name here as my method 2 and inside method 2. Alright, so because I want to run it as an XML file of test.ng, what I will do, I will do a right click on this test.ng, convert to test.ng. So we have seen this earlier also, but I am just showing you that how to do it again. Okay, it has created test.ng.xml. If I open this file from source, okay, right now it's just running my class 2, but I want my class 1 also, right? So what I will do, I will just copy this, okay, and here I will say my class 1. Alright, so saving it. And if you see that pom.xml, I have given for in under maven surefire plugin, I have given test.xml as my file name. Alright, so if I go ahead and run this, okay, it's giving some error here, so let me just first update the project. So maven update project force upgrade. Okay, so it will try to resolve any dependency if it is left. See, the error is gone now, right? And after that I will say run as maven test. Okay, let's see. All right, so what it has done, it has successfully completed this program. Okay, now the next step is we will try to go ahead and try to commit this code, because whenever you are writing your code in day out, you have to commit your code so that it is at one place and everyone else can also commit and use it. Okay, so you have to do on daily basis when you're working in a company. So for that, we have to do, there are two ways through which we can do that, as I have told you before. One is through the command prompt and another is through the Eclipse. Okay, so now the prerequisite before we go ahead and commit our code is, first we have to create a Git repository into GitHub, and we have to download some Git client. All right, so let's see what is Git repository is. So I'm going to Google. So you have to type here www.github.com. Okay, so this was the site I have told you before in the diagram, this one, GitHub. So we are opening this site, GitHub. Okay, and now we have to create a remote repository here, a blank empty remote repository. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to sign up. All right, I have already signed up. I will not do it again. I have directly sign in. So I'm clicking on sign in here, and here you have to give your ID through which you have signed up and password. Okay, simple. All right, now if you see here, we are on the dashboard. Okay, it has many information on the dashboard, that what are the repository which you have. So I have one demo one repository, but it can have many more views once you start working in the GitHub. Okay, but right now we will see only one option, that is new. Okay, so for creating a repository of yourself, you can click on new. Okay, so this is the work which most of the time will be done by admin. But as you are working, so you can just look into that how admin do it. so that if you are the admin of your team, you can do for your team. Okay, so it asks me for the repository name, so I can give any name here. Let me give it my demo 2. Okay, and now I can give any description. It is optional, and I can leave it if I don't want. After that, it is I have to give it's public or private. Okay, if you see public, it means anyone can see this repository. You choose who can commit. Private means you choose who can see and commit to this repository. So if you say as public, so anybody would be able to download and see this repository, but nobody will be able to commit in this repository. I'm sorry. So in this, you can choose who can commit. You can give the access that who can commit. This is a private repository. You will choose that who can see and who can commit. Okay. So what happens that most of the time when the code is open source, when you want everyone to commit on that, we keep it public. Okay. And if you're working in a company, they make it private. All right. And if you have an access, then only you can see it and you can commit it. All right. So I'm going with public right now and click on create repository. All right. So what it will do, it will create a blank repository for me. Okay. If you go at back, you will see my demo 2 has been created. Demo 1. Okay. So let me got it. Okay. My demo 2. All right. So if I go to my demo 2, it's blank. Nothing is there. Okay. So now the first work has been done. We have created a blank repository onto GitHub. So we have created this blank repository. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to set up a client. Okay. Here we have to set up a client through which we can do a merging and download and upload the code. All right. So for the client, so for Git, there is a client called GitBash. All right. So you have to go google.com and then you have to type git bash and hit on enter. After that, you can click on this Git for Windows, okay, and you can just download it, okay. And the other options also git download, git scm, okay. So I have downloaded through this git-scm.com downloads. So I have downloaded through this. So you have to click on this download 2.9.1 for Windows. There's also for Linux, but you can download for Windows if you have Windows. Okay. And once you download that, you have to install it. Okay. And once you install it, you will get an application. Let me just type it. Git bash. Okay. So this is the application which comes up once you install the Git bash. So this is a client. Okay. And what this client is, this is just like a command prompt. Okay. But here you need to type the command, the same command which you type in your Linux machine. All right. So it you have to, like, for example, in the Linux you type ls. If I type ls and hit enter, it shows all the directory. Okay. So this is the git bash. But once this application get installed, the other files which are needed are also get installed, through which I can even perform the same operation through my command prompt. So if I'm comfortable with command prompt, if I'm not comfortable with the Linux commands, I can just close this out. Okay. And now I would be able to work on my command prompt also. All right. Now what we need to do, we have to go to the project path. So I will do a right click properties and I will go to this project path and I will try to open command from the project path itself. Okay. So my command prompt is open. All right. And here if I give git dash dash version, okay, it's showing me that it is 2.1.1 Windows. So that's mean my git has been set for this PC. Till the time your git is not configured, you will not be able to use git commands from the command prompt. So it is one of the important step. All right. Now, if you see here, this is my project and there is no Git folder. All right. So what we have done till now, we have just, you know, created this repository. We have even, downloaded the client. Okay. And I even have a working directory. Working directory is something which I'm working upon right now. That is my project. Okay. But we have not set this local repository. We have to set this local repository also. So how will I do that? How to set a local repository? Okay. So for that, what I will do in my project repository, I will give the command git. Okay. It's git git and after that init. All right. It will initialize my repository. Okay. It says initialize empty git repository and there is a .git folder. Okay. So this is, hidden folder. If you see here, it's a hidden folder. Okay. And these are all the files and folder which has been there. If I open this config file and click on notepad, okay, so if you see here, this is a config file where is no URL of my GitHub repository. Okay, so in this file there's no URL of this one. Okay, so that's mean even though I have created a local repository, but that is not hooked with this. My remote repository is not hooked with my local repository, which we need to do that. Okay, and how to do that? So there's a command for that also. Okay, so for the first time when the admin is trying to create, he has already done that. But after that, the first time when we are creating our project, there are around 7 to 8 steps which we have to remember. Okay, so if you want, you can just note it down each and every steps which I am doing in the command prompt. Especially I know that in Eclipse you would be able to do it. Okay, but at least in command prompt just note it down. The first command is git init. Okay, now to hook this blank git repository with my remote branch, what I need to do, I need to type the command which is called git remote add origin. Okay, and after that I need to give the URL where my git repository is. So this is git, we have to get in at each and every command. And this is remote, so the remote means the remote server. I want to add, what I want to add, origin, the origin which is at my remote. Okay, and here I can just go to this URL of my website. Okay, so I cannot give something like this, right? What I need to do, I have to go to this HTTPS. You can see there are two tabs given. One is SSH, one is HTTPS. SSH is an additional security. We have to store a key on a computer first, then it will only allow us to connect. So we will not do that. We will go the simple one. We will go with the simple one, HTTPS. I will just, copy this, my HTTPS URL, and I can give here git remote at origin my HTTPS URL, and I will hit on enter. Okay. Now what you can do, the same file which we have opened before, let's try to open this file again, the config file. Okay, in notepad, if I click on OK, now if you see here, my URL has been set. So that's mean my Git repository has been hooked. Okay, sometimes people say that they are not able to commit their code because they forget to attach to hook this file, hook this URL. Till the time the URL is not hooked, it will not be able to commit anything. Okay, now what we need to do, we have to see the status, because now you can imagine my this project has been hooked with Git. Okay, and if you want, there is a perspective of Git also. Let me see if it's there. Git, Git repository, open. Okay, it's not showing. That's okay. So, because we are doing it as command prompt, so that's that it's not showing up. But I will show you from the Eclipse when we do, it will also show it here also. Okay, so that's fine. So now you can imagine this is your Git project. Okay, so let me show through the diagram. So this is your working directory. You have also created a local repository and you have hooked that local repository from your remote repository. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to push our code to here. So right now you have all this code in your directory. Okay, and nothing has been pushed yet. So what we will do, there is a command here which is called git, okay, status. It will show you what are the files you need to commit. Okay, it says these are the untracked files. Okay, whatever files under source folder, that is our class files, Java files, target files, testng.xml, settings, project, and class path. These are the untracked files. Okay, in other words, you can say these are the unstaged files. Okay, so remember this terminology. So these are the unstaged files. So we have to stage these files before we commit it. Okay, so for staging the file or for adding a file, there's a command called git add space dot. Okay, so this command will add the files. If I hit on enter, okay, if and again if I do git status, so you can do git status as many time you want. Okay, now if you see these file has been added, so that's mean these file has been staged from unstaged position. So these are come under the stage. Once your files are staged, you can commit those files. Okay, once these files are staged, you can commit those files. But right now, let me try to type commit and try to commit this. Git commit, and I can give here first commit. So what this command is, it will commit my files, okay, and my comments would be first commit. So as I see in the diagram, I am in the working directory, and working directory I have added that file from the unstaged to staged. Okay, let me edit and show you. Okay. So no, 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 draw. Okay, so there is a working directory. In that, there were some my files which were unstaged. So I have moved them into the stage status, but still it's not in local repository. For, you know, sending them to local repository, I need to commit. All right. So for that, we have a command. It's called git commit -m, and then I have to give the comments. Okay. So if I hit on enter, okay, so it has committed now. And if I say git status, okay, it say I am on branch master. Nothing to commit, working tree clean. So that's mean everything is now in my local repository. So everything is committed. Okay. Now, one more thing. Before you give, when you give git commit, sometime it asks you for the ID and password. Okay. And if it give you the ID and password, you have to type the ID and password of your computer. Okay. I have even seen when we give git commit, at that moment of time, it asks for the email address and name. All right. So if it asks for the email address, give your email address and give your name, which will be only one time. Okay. So if it asks for your email address, you have to type a command. You can just write down that command also. It will be something like git config global. Okay. And then user.email, user.email. And here you have to give your email. So I am giving my email. All right. So if it asks you for that, then only you have to do it and you have to hit on enter. Okay. And after that, you have to give your name also. The same way we have write our email, we have to type our email name also. All right. So just give me a moment. So here I can just type here git config user and I will give name and I will give here name as Naresh and hit on enter. All right. So once we have done that, once we have committed at above, if you see here we have committed. Once we have committed, what we have to do, we have to push our code. We have to push our code here. Right now, I have not created these feature branches. I will tell you how to do that in my later video. So right now, I have not created these feature branches. So what I want to push here directly into my master branch. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to give a command again. All right. So let me give that command, and that command is git push -u origin master. Okay, so I am telling the git to push, okay, where at the origin master. All right, and I will hit on enter. Okay, at this time it may ask you for the ID and password if it is not set, because I have already done it once. It is not asking me, but in your computer it may ask you, so you have to give the ID and password. Now it says that branch master set to track remote branch master from origin, and 100% is done. And if you give git status now again, so as I told you, you can give git status as many times. It says on branch master, your branch is up to date with origin master. Okay. And when we have given before, git status, okay, that's fine. So it has committed everything into my remote branch. Now we will see whether it has committed into remote branch or not. So I will just refresh this. Okay. So now you see under my demo 2, my all the files are on the Git server. Okay. Now the second step. So this has been done. Now assume you are making some changes, how you normally work, because you don't set up your branches every day, right? So once you have committed your code, what you have to do next, it's very easy when you do it next time. Only the first time you have to remember these kinds of command. So let's say you have again, let me just copy this. You have made some changes into your class. And remember, you have to learn this by heart. It's okay if you are not good at coding, you will learn that by time. But if you not learn this, you will not be able to commit your single line of code. Okay, so please learn this by heart. So let's say you have made some changes in your program, okay, under my class one. And now if you go to command prompt, okay, under the same my project, if you say git status, okay, it says your branch is up to date with master. Let me see. Changes not stage for commit. Okay, modified. Okay, see, it's giving the file has been modified. My class one dot Java. So there are two class. One is Java file and there is class file. So I'm committing both right now. It's not a good practice to commit this, this file, but for just for the demo purpose, I am committing both the files. So it's always better to commit the Java files. Don't commit the class files. Okay. So here I am giving git add, okay, dot. If I want to commit one file, I can just give the file name, my class one.java, but I am giving dot. Okay, so the file has been added. Now, if I give git status, it says that now these files from the unstage, it has come to the staged. Okay, so that was my command git add dot, and after that I will give a command git commit -m second commit. Okay, I'm committing again. So I'm doing this thing again. So from here, I have reached here, and now I will reach here, my local repository. All right. All right. So it has committed now, and for see, I am moving the arrow keys of my laptop. So that's the reason I can see all the commands which I have given before. So let me go this select this command git push minus -u origin master. So I am hitting on enter here. See, this time I have given only four commands, that is git status, then git add, then git commit, and then git push. That's it. Only four commands whenever you make the changes. All right. Now, if you go here, okay, my demo 2, see, all the files have first commit, only two files have second commit, right? If I go here into this folder under my class one, it says second commit. I can see my changes are here. Okay, so if anyone want to work on the code, they need to pull these changes onto their computer. Otherwise, like they will get some kind of a conflicts. Okay, so I will tell you how to resolve the conflicts also in the later video, but this time I just want to keep it simple. I have just shown you what are the commands which we need to type when we're doing it for the first time, and what are the four commands which we need to type when we are pushing it for the second time. Okay, now assume that you have done that. Okay, now there's one more colleague who want to work on this code. How will he do that? Okay, so for that, what I will do, let me switch to a new workspace. Okay, workspace 4. All right, so it will take some time because my clips just open a bit slow. Okay, see, now what this person will do, if he want the same code on his computer, so what he should do? Okay, so first he will create a blank folder. Okay, see how we can create a blank folder. So this was my previous project, project 3. I will go here. Let me create a new folder. So that person will create a blank folder. So that is project 4. Okay, all right. Let me just go there. Project 4. All right. So this is just a blank folder this person will create. Now, after going to this project, he will go to command prompt again. Okay, now he will use his git commands to get the repository. So what he will do, he will say git, he will type here git clone, and after that, see what we have done, we have created a blank folder, and from here I have opened the command prompt and I'm typing git clone. Okay, once he type git clone, he has to again give this okay, let me go my demo 2 and clone or download button. He has to click on that, and then he has to copy this HTTPS. Okay, this is the same which we have copied before, and he will give here like this and hit on enter. So what it will do, this command will clone the entire thing which was in GitHub onto his computer. Okay, and now if we see, let me just refresh. It's my demo 2. Okay, under project 4 there's a my demo 2 project, and here if you see this git folder, it has created git folder also. And if you see the config, let's see if the connection has been created or not. You will see this time the connection has been already created, so there is no additional command to create the connection. There is a URL in this. So the connection has been only created. Now the only part left is to import this project. Okay. So what he will do, file, import, and from here you want to import a Maven project because that's a Maven project, and we will say existing Maven project. Okay, click on next, and whatever we have downloaded we will import that thing. So I will click on browse, and under it is project 4, right? Let me just see its name. It's project 4 my demo 2, correct? So project 4 my demo 2. Okay, so it selected the pom.xml file. So click on finish. So if you see here, it says importing Maven project. So whatever project was downloaded onto my computer, it is hooking that with Eclipse. Okay. So once this hooking is done, so everything is done after that. Okay. Now let's say if this person want to commit anything, he has made some changes again into my class 1. Okay, just wait. So let me just copy this one. All right, and here 1, 2, 3. All right. So he has made these changes. So whenever that person will make the changes, first he have to go to this project path. Okay. So let's see what this project path is. Let me close this command prompts first. Okay. Let me close this one also. Close this one also. So only one time he has to do this. Like the one time you have done on your computer, one time he has to do these commands. Okay. And he has to go to properties, and don't worry about the command. I will write the command into description section also. Okay. So if we go here, just remember these, just learn these commands, okay? And once you go to this command prompt, then again same. First you will see the git status, okay? So these are all the, he has seen through the files which are there on his computer, okay? Because he had made some changes to the file. So these are all the file on which the changes has been made, okay? Now after git status, he will type git add space dot, okay? Then again git status. Okay, it says that your branch master is up to date with origin master. Changes to be committed. Now we will commit it. So for committing we have git commit, okay, minus m, and I will give here third commit by me. Alright, so I have given git commit minus m, and I've given the comment. Okay, I think something wrong. Wait, so after hyphen there should be no space. Third commit by me. Okay, so now it will commit it. So that's mean when we commit, it goes from the working directory to the local repository. Sometimes people think when we commit, it's going working directory to remote, but that is not correct. It will not go to the remote till the time you don't push it. When you do a commit, it goes from working directory to a local repository. Okay, now I will try to push it. So it would be git push origin master. Okay. So it will push, and then we will see if it get reflected or not. Okay, so okay, if I say git status, it says your branch is up to date with origin master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, now if I see here, let's see if it has my third commit. See, it has committed and my comments are there. That is third commit by me. All right. So this is the way you can do a committing and you can do a push onto your Eclipse and onto your remote repository, okay, by using command prompt. Okay, so I hope this is clear that how the code is in the working directory, how do we do unstage, and from the unstage it reach to a stage position. From a stage position we commit it, okay, from committing we push it here. Okay, don't worry about this, don't worry about this part, all right, because this part I will explain you later. Just understand we are pushing it into the master branch. We are pushing here into the master branch of the remote repository right now. Okay, all right, so I will give all the commands in the command prompt. I'm sorry, in the description section. And let me know if you get any issues. In the next video, I will tell you how to do the same thing from the Eclipse itself. But as I told you before, please remember each and every command which I have told you so that if Eclipse plugin is not working, you would be able to resolve the issue through the command prompt. All right. If you like the video, please hit on the like button and share with your friends if you think it helped you a bit. Thank you.